Anything else you want to contribute, Michael? It's your, is there anything you're doing right now that, is there anything you're going to be pursuing now? Like you're obviously with the United Way still. Yeah. You're finished in municipal politics, but is there anything else you're taking on that you want people to know about?
Yeah. So the e-bike I'm working on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
see how that works out and see if we can promote e-bikes as an affordable source of transportation for people. But one other thing I'm thinking about is, and I'm working with Councillor Penny. I forgot her name. I got getting tired. Anyways, Councillor from Mahone Bay.
Right.
I can give you the name.
Yeah.
Penny Carver. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Penny.
No problem.
So in Lunenburg County, 1/3 of households, about 28% of households are single persons. One person paying the rent, one person paying the power, one person paying for heat, one person paying for internet.
And that's difficult.
28%. In North America and Canada, North America and around the world, loneliness is a growing health concern.
Absolutely.
So what would happen if you could take some of those, and in Lunenburg County, that equates to about 6,800 households.
Wow.
So what would happen if you could take 1,000 of those households and encourage them to live together, co-live together, but not as a landlord-tenant, but as, two people that may become good friends over time, because it takes a while, right? So these two people are now sharing a home, and it may be an existing home. So it may be someone who had a house as opposed to somebody moving from an apartment, or it may be two people who just decided to sell everything they had and move in together, right? So they would be saving. They would have saving money on rent. They'd be saving money on a mortgage. They'd be saving money on power. They'd be sharing everything, right? So instead of heating one house for one person, you're heating one house for two people. So the extra money could then be used to increase diet. Extra money could be used to buy presents for grandchildren. It could be used for trips to see the grandchildren in Calgary or Halifax. Or
have a gym pass. Or be able to go to the gym.
Have a gym pass, exactly.
Go to the YMCA or 902 Athletics or whatever the case you want to do.
It does all that. So potentials could be two single moms that may co-live together to support each other. So when one person is working, the other person can babysit because stuff has to be done.
Absolutely.
It could be a person of whatever age that has a real interest in learning a foreign language. It might invent somebody from India, or it might invite somebody from Mexico or some other country to live and under some conditions. And those conditions may be, I want to learn Spanish. You only have to speak Spanish to me. And I'm going to try and speak Spanish to you.
I like the
But
concept.
at the end of all this, I'm going to learn Spanish, and you're going to have a place to live. So some of the arrangements may be, if it's an older person that needs support, might be, well, you cut my grass and take out my garbage,
Absolutely.
and I'll reduce the rent 100%. For you. They win, and the renter, or both win, because they both get something out of it. What I really like about this is this is a way to provide affordable housing to people. It's not for everybody. I get that. It's not for everybody.
But there is a segment.
But there is a segment.
Absolutely, no
and
question.
Personally myself, if anything was to happen to my spouse, my wife, I would actively search a co-living relationship.
Absolutely.
Because I like people, and
I
want to be around
people. Person.
But what I really like about this particular concept is that it doesn't cost the provincial government, the federal government, or municipal government a dime. It costs the government nothing.
Exactly.
The benefits are huge. It stops social isolation. It helps solve the loneliness problem. It gives more income, disposable income in the hands of people, and it virtually has zero costs associated with it.
Well, really, that's about, like, it's expanding what people see as normal in North America. Because I can say, even just for myself, traveling down south and seeing how families live together there, changed my perspective on even moving back home here with mom. Like, I moved back home, and I have, in my mind, I know I see this differently than anybody else who I say, oh, I live at home with my mom.
Yeah.
To them, the North American mindset is, oh, what happened to you? Or they instantly feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
But for me, I get to see my mother every day.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. Like, I don't have that. And I have friends that tell me, like, man, you got it good. You got someone there with you at least. And I'm like,
but your mom's getting something out of it too.
True, yeah, exactly.
Like, it's win-win-win.
Win-win.
And that's the scenario that I'm talking about. Like, when you're saying have two different people live together, that's an amazing idea, because it gives you the ability to see how somebody else lives that you don't know at all. You get their point of view on stuff, and it brings a little bit more togetherness to, it'll bring to the province, to the country, just to know people are able to do that with each other.
Yeah.
It's good.
And the connections are, it could be somebody who loves music. Maybe it's somebody who loves the violin, and the violinist is looking for a place to live and wants to practice violin. Well, so do you know what I mean?
If you can do, like, it's almost like niche marketing, like where you find, if you could connect the dots, that professional problem solver situation where you can say, you're going to connect 2 people or even 3 people in some cases that have similar interests and they may be different age.
Age doesn't matter.
Because, like you say, somebody can bring something to the table that would be contributing to the household being looked after. Yeah. That's another win-win, huge win-win.
So, the best example for those people old enough is the Golden Girls, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, the Golden Girls, as I remember the show, somebody put a ad on the bulletin board of a grocery store, which is now Facebook or something, and 4, I believe 4 other independent women responded to that. They entered the household as strangers, and they lived in the household as friends.
Because there's a lot of retired people that are living alone.
Yeah.
That have a lot to contribute to society.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's where I look at it too, is that I really have valued the contribution of the knowledge base of someone that's a senior citizen that's lived, decades longer than I have, and take their knowledge base based on their own personal experiences of what they learned along the way.
Yeah.
They could be a retired principal, school teacher. They could be, someone in the military, and all of a sudden they feel like they're contributing back to society again. Yeah. I think it's a great win-win.
Yeah.
So where is that coming from, Michael?
So this is coming from SHAC, Social Housing Action Coalition, which I'm a board member.
Yes.
I'm a board member there. I was a board member there as part of the town of Bridgewater.
Right.
But I'm also a board member there as part of the United Way. So this is something that Penny Carver...
This is why you have no time to be a town council.
Well, so this is something that Penny Carver and I had talked about and hashed out.
Well, that's passion.
So there is a company
purpose.
Now out of Kelowna that has an online platform that they want to roll out, and I would like to do something with them.
Yeah.
It streamlines it, right? Makes it streamlined.
100%. Well, you need to have a funnel.
Yeah.
Where people can go into the funnel.
Yeah.
And then you sort people through the funnel.
Yeah.
Then people don't get lost.
Yeah. So it's like a glorified dating app. Like you sit.
100%.
This is my likes, my dislikes. This is my habits, and then
I love it
through algorithms.
That could be done right across the country.
I think so too. So that's what this company wants to do. So I can see us working with them, but there may be other companies out there as well. I'm not gonna.
Well, you can Google that. I mean, if somebody, whenever you hear an idea that's so unique but innovative and logical, just dig.
Yeah.
Just dig. Ask the people. Go to your member of parliament. Go to your MLA. Go to your senator. Go to your representative, local representative. That's their job. Mm-hmm. That's their job, is to find that information. Yeah. Don't live, whether it's like in Michael's case or someone who's a senior citizen's case. Mm-hmm. If you don't have to live alone, you don't, and you can leverage yourself. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is you're leveraging your income, you're leveraging your time, you're leveraging your contribution to the household. Yeah. And a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people don't like living in an apartment. Some do. Yeah. Some do. I mean, obviously, but to live in a household with people and they can contribute, I think it's a great idea, great concept.
And people don't have to be afraid. Like, there's police checks done, there's background checks, there's so much
criminal record checks, and there's all kinds of checks that you do.
It'll be something that'll be really healthy for people, I think.
I think so too.
It's something that you're talking about loneliness and stuff like that, and especially with COVID and all, and we're obviously not talking about that right now, but it's something people need, especially in the country. You need to feel a little bit more together. Yeah, and that's a great idea to do something.
Somebody
like that.
To cook for, somebody to talk about the news, somebody to discuss that favorite TV show, somebody to discuss the weather with, somebody to sing a song with. Like, there's so many reasons.
Someone to get up in the morning
for.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just to get out of bed and say, there's 3 of us or 2 of us or 4 of us in this household, and I have a purpose. And there's a lot of people that need to have that purpose. Yeah. If there's no purpose to get up, some people just don't do it.
They don't do it. So, roommate, you and I are going to start walking, and we're going to eat more sensibly. Yeah. But that's easier when you have a champion.
Buddy system.
Yeah, the buddy system.
Healthier lifestyle. Yeah. I was talking to a good friend of mine. We talked about when we retire, which I don't even know if I ever will do, but we talked about a retirement community where we would actually build little retirement chalets, but we're all part of one community. Mm-hmm. So we had 8 chalets, and we had a big community room with a you know, pool table and swimming pool, and we all contributed towards it together, but we see each other every day.
Yeah.
So we still have that connection and that friendship. This goes even beyond that, because you're connecting people that didn't go to school together, didn't grow up together, but have common interests. And you say the app would actually be able to connect those dots.
Yeah, yeah. So what you just described is actually happening here in Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Through Treehouse, through
it.
Kate DeVries and
know,
beyond,
I love
and that group.
I love it.
Yeah. But,
you know.
You could still do that stuff on your street. So I live on Glenridge as an example, or this street here. You could still bring neighbors together. I remember
100%.
in Montreal back in the 70s that we would have a street party. We close off one end of the street.
How much do you see that now?
You don't.
Come on, Michael. You don't see that
so
at all,
everybody
right?
would bring out barbecues.
100%.
Everybody would
Love
bring out
it.
picnic tables,
Love
and
it.
then everybody would just. It was a community barbecue.
I mean, there's neighborhoods today on a street, you don't even know who your neighbors are.
Yeah.
That's sad. I mean, it really is, because your society is within your household, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And people like yourself or myself or Michael or many others, just in our community alone, but across the country, we're not the norm. We're the exception, and we need to create more exceptions. People need to get out and interact more. You just can't exist in a household and then go through your last 10, 15, 20 years of your life just puttering along.
Yeah.
There's so much life to live.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a great concept, great concept.
Hey guys, it's Michael here with the Weekly Woodcast. Just want to remind you to like and hit that subscribe button down below. Really helps out the channel, and we thank you guys so much for watching each week. Thanks.